Good morning. It is July 12th, 2023 at 9 a.m. And we are heating up around here in Fresno. Get an audio check here. I'm not hearing audio. Really? What's up? And I see buffering. What's going on? Do we have trouble in Houston? Houston, we have a problem. Tony says AVDVR W good. Put the watch on the table. I'll try my audio check again. Has volume turned up? You know what? I know what it is. Nope, it's not that. I don't still have the Fortnite headset plugged in. It says battery high. Go to another YouTube. Play some other channel. Here we go. Do I hear audio? I do not hear audio, but I shouldn't be playing somebody else's channel over my live stream anyway. This looks weird. I don't know. Tony says in a text, meaning okay, I think. So I guess you're hearing me. Oh, well. I can't hear myself. Why would I ever need to hear myself? I have comments, channel comments that I thumbed up and hearted everybody. There are people who are around the channel, with just complimentary comments, not actual questions. So I'm not going to go to those. I don't have any bookmarks saved. I don't have any emails saved. So I've got a little bit to talk about, but not much in terms of service calls. Let's see. I've got an email in my reminders about Josh Kinder this weekend. We're going to help set up a new printer for Aunt Mary. Nothing else there. So let's go pop out chat. Interact with the chat room, shall we? I did order a couple items from Amazon Days, I guess they call it. Nothing, no big deal. A couple of smart plugs and a smart power strip that has 3 sockets that are individually addressable. Robert says that guy looks like Ken Stout. He's referring to the trailer. Nick Pufferman says, I threw my phone and it broke. I guess airplane mode doesn't work. Alice says, OMG, this trailer is so good. Jeremy the Red. Good morning, Mr. Betts. Hope you're having a great day. Lawn Dog says, now that makes a very interesting picture. We have to get Ken to show us how this is done. Now, I'm not sure what picture you're referring to, Lawn Dog. Is it the thumbnail that showed up after the trailer? Or is it something during the trailer? Trailer's not really a picture, so I'm not sure what he's meaning there. Let's see. You know what's great is all this done using the background we're all used to seeing. Oh, yeah. I like doing my extra fluff, I guess, with my set here in my studio. That's going with the trader Doug from Speedy C. Power Director Made Simple. What? Jennifer has an AI boyfriend? Apparently. William Dawson says hello from Florida. Ken says that's her twin sister, Helen. So Ken isn't recognizing that as a male figure, but we know that Ken's eyesight is having trouble these days. That was a male figure, Ken. AI, no, he's just joshing and kidding. Tony says good morning or afternoon. Chris says he never saw the trailer. Well, let's go fix that right now. And I was thinking that it'd probably be a good thing. See, I'm seeing buffering there. Are you guys having buffering? Dropped frames. I don't have any dropped frames in XSplit. Let's click live here. Got all the spinning circles there. For those of you who have seen the trailer, you can go to this 3-bar menu in the top left corner and go to History. And then you'll see the actual trailer. It's an unlisted video. And then you can go to, you could either click to play it, or you could go to the 3-dot menu and click Share. And that way you get a shareable URL. It's going to be a short URL. Copy that, and then I'll go paste that into the chat room. That means somebody who watches this video later on playback, they could come and click on this URL trailer. Turn caps lock off, TRAILER, and then paste the link. And I'll call it today's trailer with an apostrophe. That might be what Alice gave there, I think. Kind of looks like it might be because it was Chris that said he never saw the trailer. Greetings here, 75. So let's go see if that's what she gave us. Yes, it is. Yeah, so Ken, that's a male figure. Now these avatars, and they are called AI, artificial intelligence, but it's artificial intelligence that creates the avatar because you can give it speech. And the artificial intelligence is making it talk to us. Although this one they don't speak. But they have names. Now I've given you Jennifer as the name of this one. And technically her name is spelled with a G. The name that I gave her, Jennifer. But that's not her name on the website. Now, the reason I gave her a G for Jennifer is that the website is called heyjen.com. Since I don't have a lot else to talk about today, I'll go show you that website, heyjen.com. I have only a free account. I have not paid for account. So everything you've seen me do so far is with their free account. When I come over here, you see my list of videos. Now, this guy on today's trailer, what do you think his name is? What name would you give this guy? What does he look like to you? Does he look like a George, Ted, Eric? I thought the name that the website gave him was very fitting. I'm going to see if some people put that correctly in chat. You do have a way, there is a way that you may know what his name is. Brian Lightfoot says his name is Doug. Where was I at here? There's good mornings, twin sister Helen. Skipping over some of these. Alice saying you can hear me. AVDVR, AV is okay from Selden. Lawn Dog, let's not bring up temperature here in Desert Empire. We are 90 degrees at pretty much sunrise. Now, wait a minute. Let's not bring up temperature here in Desert Empire. We are 90 degrees. Wait, didn't you just say let's not talk about temperature here? And very next sentence, we are 90 degrees at sunrise, which means we pretty much did not cool off. 90 degrees air temperature. My sensor is under the eave of the house. So you wake up in the morning, you will know what the air temperature is. No sun shines on the sensor. What do we have today here? I'm currently showing an expected high of 102. I think previously it was expecting, I think we were forecasting 106, I think. Ken says, you can play mine, it's cool. Play his what? I don't know. It says, thanks, I'll watch later. But the guy looks like Woody from Toy Story, just with more hair. Oh, that's right. That would be a good name for him. That's not his name, but I think that's a good name. Speedy C says hello. 100 degrees Fahrenheit, Fresno with excessive heat warning. Supposed to get even hotter this weekend. Hello, Eileen Novak. We got Alice and Eileen right there in this, next to each other in the chat room. Wonderful. And Brian Lightfoot, cold front has moved in here, high of only 97 degrees. Lawn Dog says, Doug, I would like to hear your comments about the smart power strip. I always wanted one. There was a time when the power company was giving energy efficient lighting and things away. The power strip was almost impossible to get, according to the representative of the power company. Let's go. Let's see. The devices were on sale. Obviously, Amazon days. What's not on sale? And the smart plugs. I bought 2 more smart plugs. The same model, the same exact model that I previously had purchased. And these were half the price of what I paid previously. So here's $28.14 for 2 of these smart plugs. And that, of course, is with tax. And I previously had paid $20 some odd each for them. And then this one at $23. See, this one has 3 outlets, which is costing less than those 2. So what I'm planning to do with this power strip is currently I have 1 smart plug behind Big Beast Build, and then I have a 6 outlet adapter plugged into that. Then I have Big Beast Build, Baby Beast, and the what was the third item? It's either the router, or I don't think it's the battery backup, or it might be the RGB lights back there that aren't on right now. But this would let me address them individually by using the power strip. Now, in plugging all those devices in there, I was concerned, are those smart plugs, do they handle enough power? So I checked on it. Yeah, they were 1,400, 1,600 watts, something like that. And that's well over what Big Beast and Baby Beast do. Oh, I have another thing plugged into that. It's really stacked up here. I've got a Velcro strap holding that all on so it doesn't fall out. But I have my power meter there to register how much power is being drawn. So those devices currently are running right around 400 watts, 420 watts under normal usage. Okay, I did show you these, right? Yeah, I had these on screen here, I think, for a little bit. That's the smart plugs and the power strip. Let's see. I guess I can click into this and see if it's on sale. I don't. Yeah, it was a sale. It was Prime Day deal. It's $21.59, regularly $26.99. I mean, not a jaw dropper of a deal. And then I'll go bring up the individual smart plugs as well. See what it is. Well, that's 48% off. Yeah, so I told you it was about half the price. Well, yeah, 24 versus 12. Of course, it's 99 cents. $24.99, $12.99, but 48%, I'll call that half off. All right. Back to chat. Maybe Jen can be taught to dance. Selden, just hold that thought for a while. Sort of working on it. Tony has 52 overcast. Selden Ball, no buffering. Chris Garrett. Alice gave the link. Daniel Emberley. I have had Amazon Prime Video stall and abort a few times lately while watching on a PC. I suspect it's not working well while multitasking. I would suggest, Danielle, that you do Control-Shift-Escape while that's happening. That'll bring up your task manager. Now, your task manager might not open up this way. The default way for it to open is this little thing here. You have to click on more details to see the full screen and look to see if any of these numbers are high. Look for high power usage to see if that can help you understand what's going on. And your network utilization you'd want to look at. Now, if you go over to the Performance tab, Clicking on the Performance tab up here, then you can see all these categories in more detail. Right now, I have memory selected. You can see how much memory I'm using right now. By the way, this 256 gigabytes of RAM that I have on this computer, I routinely see it up to 100 gigabytes in use when I'm doing video editing work. And I have also seen it go all the way up to 256. Oh, here's a story to tell you. Remember, I disabled my virtual memory on this computer? Well, some of you remember that. So, Doug, how has that been working out for you? So far, I like it. And here's why, is in After Effects, there's a certain process that I can do that doesn't seem like it should be very complicated, but apparently it doesn't work well. And if I have virtual memory turned on, what happens is it will fill up my RAM memory in use. It'll go all the way up to 220, 230 gigabytes, and then the computer will blue screen. But when I have virtual memory turned off, I don't get a blue screen. What I get is After Effects crashes. The rest of the computer is still up, and I can just end task on After Effects and relaunch it, and I'm good to go. So with turning virtual memory off, I have better fault tolerance. It's more tolerant of a fault because just After Effects crashes, not the whole computer. So that's an interesting development. Now, I haven't tested that back and forth enough times to really say that I've satisfied myself scientifically that that is what's happening, but I think that's what's happening. Back to the chat room. Power Director Made Simple says good morning. Tony says, Ken, good afternoon. No buffering from Speedy C, buffering in Fresno. Sorry, folks, I got to go. Have a good session. Thank you. Tony Wall says his name is Bob. Brian says his name is Doug. Alice says, likes Woody from Toy Story. That really does look like Woody in my mind. Brian Harry, a little late because I have a user with a laptop that is giving extra keys when typing. She must have spilled something on the keyboard. A USB keyboard works just fine. So the laptop keyboard doesn't work well. Yes, that's from Nick Poverman. User with a laptop that's giving extra keys. Yeah, it must be a sticking key and a laptop. Of course, you could. What are you going to do with it? If you go put in the time for it, you could pull a keyboard out, turn it upside down, spray it with some. I think they make some sprays just for keyboards. You could use compressed air. You could. I don't like popping the keys off and putting them back on because some of those laptop keys are really hard to put back on. Well, let us know what you wind up doing, Nick. Eileen takes a stab at his name as Steve. Ken Stout says, I'm aware it was male. I was referring to the hot blonde in the pink dress. Oh, well, it's the same character, just a different dress. And the reason I went to the other dress, this is the same Jennifer. See, previously she was wearing a strap top. But I went to this kimono because it was easier to rotoscope her because this one never opens her arms. The other one that had the strap tops had a little bit more of a body to it and was moving her arms, and it was difficult to rotoscope those properly. So that's why I went to the one with the kimono. I'm calling it a kimono. I don't know if that's right. That guy looks like Wreck-It Ralph, but thinner. Ralph kind of fits too. I caught your shipping. Oh, please don't. Send me an email for that. Don't put it into chat, please. Hi everyone. I'm here, front and center. Hello, official Tim Tech. Dennis. Okay, when I hovered over. Yeah, I'd prefer to have that information come to me by email. I have 3 individual plug controllers. I love them. They control fans in my house. I would like to get the power strip to use on external hard drives to turn them on and off as I need them. Yeah, I have a few of them, and I really am enjoying them. Ken, you said I shouldn't be showing someone else's stream over your channel, thus my comment. You said I shouldn't be showing someone else's stream over your channel, thus my comment. I was aware it was a male. I don't think that's the comment he's referring to. You'd think Ken would know better. Thus my reference to such and such. Yeah. Oh well, moving on. I keep hitting the escape button, but I'm still here. From Chris. Daniel, after Amazon Video crashed twice last night, I found the same movie on Tubi TV, and it worked without any difficulty. Official Tim text says my name is Tim. Lawn Dog, that's interesting, Doug, about the virtual memory. Makes me wonder about the history of its development many years ago. I'm wondering if at the time of development, machines with 256 gigabytes of memory was kind of unknown given the price way back in the day. Well, actually, the maximum that I can do virtual memory now is 32 gigabytes, I think it is, even though I have 256 gigabytes. If you have less memory, then it's important to have virtual memory. But when you have 256 gigabytes of real memory, having 32 gigabytes of maximum virtual memory, it's kind of meh. Not really needed. I wonder if Dave's Garage could shed some light about how this whole thing works and if there are some weird limitations. Is 32 gigabytes the maximum size of a file in the file system that Windows 10 uses? Pink dress. I see yellow and green here. Did I say pink? Did I say she was wearing a pink dress? I don't. If I said pink, I didn't mean to. Nick Poverman, that user will get another laptop until I have time to fix the one with the keyboard problem. She's a doctor. I have to get her back up running an ASAP. I think those keyboards are cheap enough. Just buy a replacement laptop keyboard for that laptop and replace it instead of trying to fix it. That's what I would do. Okay, and Brian, I'm trying to learn Doug speak. Replacing the whole keyboard. Yes. Yeah, I'm replacing that whole keyboard on the laptop. That would be the easy way to go. I have to order a new one. That will take time. Yeah, it will take time. Okay, nobody pay attention to me. Email will be sent. Well, I understand now. Nah, Nick, I will replace it. Okay. Don't have anything else to talk about. Oh, well, I didn't tell you what his name was. And nobody caught it. Nobody caught it because when I showed this screen, his name shows up here on this screen, right down here. His name from heygen.com is Barney. Barney. That wasn't a video glitch. I said it weird. I pronounced it really weird. So Barney and Jennifer. Oh, and her name is not Jennifer. What is it anyway? If I go over here to, let's see, if I go into this and then try to change it to somebody else. Yeah, over here. I flip the mouse over this. Let's see. I thought it pops up her name. Not popping up her name. Oh, it pops up names down here. If I see all, then I got to go find her in this list. And she's not even showing up now. Avatar library. I found this a little bit confusing. Here she is. Monica. That's it. Her actual name is Monica. Tony is saying, Aunt Mary, okay. Eileen, take care. I'll see you soon. Thank you for hanging with us, Eileen. Good to see you. All right. So, what was that? It seems like there's an interesting thing with. You remember the client that I fired? I don't know, a year ago, a year and a half ago. Whatever, however long it was, I had a contact from them. One of their computers crashed, and the new service provider rebuilt it. Well, they had an old program that is no longer supported that they needed reinstalled back on this computer. So I am currently working with a new support company to help them get that old program installed. The old program, there's copies of it on the C drives of other workstations in the office. So I told them about that. I copied all of my notes regarding that software program and sent them to the technician that's handling this, and invited him to call me back if he needs any further assistance. I got to the point on the phone with him where he actually found the files on their server, because I thought there was a copy of the files there too. And I guided him to a folder on the server where I kept all of my utilities and resource materials. And it's been months, maybe 6 months since my client first told me that they needed help with getting this program reinstalled. Maybe 4 months. So anyway, that was something that I was working on yesterday. Ordered a new Dell computer for a client of mine, and I was kind of scratching my head a little bit because this is like, what, $1,400 computer. And we're looking at all these mini computers, much less money. Could they get similar performance out of those? Well, yes, they could. But the reason, and I have already discussed this with my client, and I told them that there are less expensive computers available. This computer is supremely concerned about maintaining their cybersecurity insurance. And that's why we made the decision. They made the decision. We want to stick with the long-known names of Dell or HP or Lenovo. We wound up using Dell. They wanted tower computers because they want internal CD drives. They already have their desks all set up for that space. So the decision was made to go ahead and spend this extra money. Now, when you think about the cost of $1,400, that is a percentage of the salary that they pay for one staff person. So in terms of the expenses that a business goes through, since their computers are the sole part of the foundation of cybersecurity, it just doesn't make sense to be cutting costs there when the overall reduction of business expenses just isn't significant enough for the risk. So this is something that I think most of the viewers on this channel, most, not all, are not involved with the money at risk for a business. And this is the business that I told you about, the phishing email, where the culprit sending the phishing email knew the employee's email name and address, knew that that employee uses the IP phone system. It's a rather proprietary phone system. Created an email that looked like it was coming from their voicemail system. And the only reason she recognized it as suspicious is because nobody in this office is configured to receive email notices about voice messages waiting for them. Coming back to chat. Hello, Tim has Lenovo laptop. Josh says, what up, everybody? Lawn Dog. Doug, I have a desire, generally speaking, to have desktop computers have CD, DVD players in them, even though I know they're kind of going away, but still a desire of mine personally. And I understand that. If you have use for it, then it makes sense. And yes, you can have one connected externally, but that has a little bit of a nuisance factor to it. I do not have any redirect set up. Ken has been in the show today. So Ken, you got 3 seconds to let me know in chat that you do have something scheduled, because you didn't have something scheduled just before I started my show. Lon Doug with another comment. When I was building my computer, I found it very difficult to get a case with a lot of the modern connections on the actual case. I know there are a few that exist, but the choices were limited. Yeah, the case manufacturers for custom builds would not be including capability for installing internal CD much, because they're just not in demand anymore. Okay. There's the email address if you'd like to send me an email with a question for me to respond to. Or to request the credentials for Zoom on the Saturday shows. And I don't respond directly to the emails, but I will respond during a live show. Lawn Dog says, I know there are cases out there. Let's see more about the cases and tell you later. Yep, that's it. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye. I said goodbye twice. Over my limit. There's a quota, a limit to how many times you can say goodbye. Click the button, Doug. Okay. Stop nagging me.